Hello, I'm Logan Hanley, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and just a little bit of chaos. You're watching the Kantor Chronicles. This is the second episode of our 3 prologue episodes prior to the whole party joining together. You guys can find us here at twitch.tv/Fabled42 every second and fourth Friday of the month. So Kantor, for those of you who are just joining us during this episode, is a world that I've been working on since I first started playing D&D about 3 years ago now. Super excited to bring it out and to show everybody and to get this adventure started. There's a lot of really cool things and a lot of interesting points in the world for players to explore and all that fun stuff. But yeah, before we get into our adventure, Solo, would you like to do some announcements for us?
I would be honored to. So, as always with all of our other programs, we do accept your subscriptions. For this show specifically, we won't be taking any bit donations in regards to healing potions and things, so you guys can save on to that for the next show that we have on Monday or Wednesday. However, we are taking subscription inspiration and potions. So if you are a subscriber, whether it's through Amazon or through your own means, you can donate a healing potion or inspiration die to either myself or my partner in crime, Thea. By all means, please do that. If you do that, all you do is tag one of our moderators. They should all have that moderator link thing in there, which I think is the Blue Crown or myself. Someone will get that information to Logan as quickly as we can, and that will trigger it, and then Logan will bring it into the game as quickly as possible. Big shout out to our longtime sponsors, Griffin Co. Anything that you see that is 3D printed on any of our streams is brought to you by Griffin Co. And why did my chat pause? There we go. Hang on. Inspo and healing to anyone but Solo. You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have made enemies. So I lost it.
This NPC has inspiration and a healing potion. Thanks, guys.
This show is brought to you by Vorpal. We are Vorpal powered. The video and audio displays that we have, player indicators, digital dice, zoom features on our battle map are brought to you by Vorpal. Please check them out. And another big shout out to our newest sponsor on the docket, Tabletop Game and Hobby. You can find all your tabletop needs there, so please check those guys out. And another big shout out to the rest of our sponsors, Caffeinated Kobold, Underground Oracle, Slayers Guild, Tabletop Things, Critical Dice, Plaid Elephant Props, +1 Crafting. And I'm going to hand it back to Logan. We also have a giveaway, right? You want to talk about a giveaway, and we want to talk about when the next episode is? I believe it's
July something. Before we get started, the giveaway will be, and I'm just going to hold the D20s because I'm using both of these sets today. You will have the opportunity to win either this nice, I can never find my camera on this thing, this nice silver and blue metal D20, or this nice kind of rustic, you can't really tell because the lighting, but it's gold die. We will randomly decide that later and figure out who the winner is. The next episode will be on June 26th, where you guys will be introduced to the last 2 characters of our sextuplet. I don't know if that's the correct word, but words. And finally finalize the party and getting started with the adventure. In July, we will have 3 episodes, so that's really cool. I'm super excited for that.
Very excited for that.
But yeah, why don't we get started? So, in the Sapphire Bay, there sits the town of White Harbor. On the very, very edge where the why'd I already forget? The Foaming Rapids meets the Sapphire Bay. White Harbor sits as a major port to get into the central portion of Kantor. Today, just like every other day, multiple trade ships have come in from across the continent and across Kantor to do trade and to ship goods into the heart of the continent. Thea, after spending weeks on board the ship that you stowed away onto, you finally see White Harbor as you come into dock. The gangplank is lowered, and crew members start to get boxes and goods off of the ship and onto shore. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna first take
Oh. 1 second. Please describe your character first, because we did not do that, even though we said we were going to.
Amazing.
It happens. It happens.
So Thea is a rather beautiful woman. She has very striking features. She has very thick blonde hair, almost icy blonde, that comes down to her mid-back. She wears a cloak over her back that is clasped onto like a one-shoulder corset. It is a white corset with a gladiator-style dress. And there is a symbol that I will not 100% reveal yet, but there's a symbol attached onto her clasp. And everything else about her, in regards to like shoes and accessories, is pretty plain.
Now, what would you like to do?
So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get off of the boat, obviously, and kind of just try to take in the people around me and see if I overhear any conversations about kind of what town this is, because this is her first time ever leaving home, and she kind of wants to just take it with caution. She's a little nervous and wants to kind of see where, what the people are like here.
Sure. Give me a perception check, please.
Sure.
And you can roll that at home or on Vorpal. Your choice.
I'll do Vorpal. Why not?
That's what everybody says. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So 12. Sorry, I have like 4 computers open. That is 13.
13. So White Harbor is it's by the sea. It's very almost salt soaked in a way. The wood is the wood closer to shore. You see a lot of signs of salt erosion and stuff like that on it. The people are very, for lack of a better term, salt of the earth people. They work hard. They spend most of their time either at sea or at the fields on the opposite side of the town. And they all seem pretty hardy and pretty stocky people. You do see a good mix of humans, some half-elves. You do see a Triton. But for the most part, it's fairly why can't I think of the word? Dang. Local and like kind of like more rural of an area.
Is there anyone like a guardsman, a policeman, anyone who looks like in charge in the area that I would be able to ask for directions for something? Yeah,
there's a couple guards that stand at the edge of the dock just maintaining and watching as ships come and go, making sure that everything is orderly and there isn't any roughhousing by any of the crews of the ships that you can walk up to and ask for directions.
Perfect. I will go up to them and I will say, excuse me, sir. I just came in off that boat. I haven't had a real good sleep in a while. Just curious if there's anywhere I could drop my real small sack off and just go kind of lay my head down.
Yeah, the Rusted Anchor is probably the place that you want to go. It's the only really good inn in town. There's a couple other places you could stay, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm not one as of the really rich persuasion. Is it super expensive to go there?
Not typically, no. Maybe a few silver for the night.
Thank you. I was also curious if there's a church nearby.
The lighthouse, and he points to like right at the tip of where the rapids meet the bay. There's a lighthouse. Typically, those who worship court go to the lighthouse during the more stormier times and worship. But But other than that, we don't have any sort of formal religion here.
Oh, that's fascinating. Thank you so much. You've been real helpful.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sorry. I didn't actually ask where that inn is.
Yeah, if you go up the street about half a block, it'll be on your left-hand side.
Thank you. I walk that way.
As you start walking that way, Viago, kind of ducking and diving into different alleyways, keeping yourself somewhat concealed. Before we go into what you're doing, can you please describe yourself to our viewers?
Sure. Viago is an Oriciath. He is a half orc, half Goliath, 8.5 feet tall, 320 pounds. His skin is greenish gray. He looks very much like a orc. He looks very much like a Goliath, except for he has two tusks on his bottom jaw. He has brown eyes, and his hair is bald.
So you've been casing out the port for the past few days, keeping an eye out for a strange individual coming aboard or coming ashore from a ship from the Isles of Lilithal. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I can do that. 15.
15. Yeah, so after maybe about a little after midday, you watch one of the larger trading ships come in, and you see this very slight woman kind of walk off the gangplank down the dock and talk to a couple of guards before she starts making her way toward the inn. She's coming in a direction where you're more likely to intercept her than her get to the inn.
I like to kind of lean against the wall that I'm standing next to, and as she walks up, hello, where's a pretty thing like you headed to?
Just a walk. Thank you.
Where'd you come from?
That boat over there.
Well, ain't that specific.
That's me.
So I have a question for you. And we can do this in two different ways. We can do this the easy way. It's rather boring in my opinion. Where you put these shackles on, and then you come with me. Or we can do this the fun way. What choice do you have, little one?
I think you have mistaken me from someone else. I just got here. It's real nice to talk to you, and I'm gonna start to walk away.
I'm gonna try to grab her.
Sure, go ahead and give me a dexterity check first, Solo. I would imagine she didn't walk up right to you.
Sure.
So I'll give you a chance to lunge.
12.
12. You get there, but she's managed to step a couple feet ahead of you. Thea, you watch as this big lumbering Oriciath just attempts to try to jump at you and grab you.
I'm definitely gonna try and jump out of the way, 100%, and just kind of duck around a corner, the close corner I can find.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure.
Solo, I'm Viago. I'm sorry. Give me a perception check.
Oh, painful.
23.
It's not even fair. Yeah, as you try to duck around the corner, Viago, you just kind of turn your head and follow her with their vision, and then just take 2 steps and are around into the alleyway where she is.
Now,
the alleyway goes all the way through.
I don't believe I gave you a third option, which was run away. So, I'm assuming you're doing this the fun way.
Please, sir, I don't want any trouble. I just want to go and lay my head down, please.
Oh, I do know where you came from, and I've been waiting for you to get here. You can lie down after you come with me.
It was an accident. Oh.
That's what they always say.
I didn't know. Please, I didn't mean to. I will. Nope. You know what? No, I would probably fight because I know myself. So
I'm gonna try to
I
grab
would
her
probably.
again.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
if she's gonna fight back, I'm
I
gonna
know.
have you guys roll initiative.
Go for it.
Hey, okay.
So roll a Vorpal D20. Wow, jeez.
Do it.
God, this is painful.
It's
Rigged. I'm just kidding. It's not.
16.
16. Yeah. So Solo, you're first.
I'm gonna try to grab her.
Or jeez, I need to start calling you. I'm so used to calling you
Everyone
Solo.
calls me
Viago.
Solo. I get it. It's
Yeah.
okay. I have teeth now. Just remember teeth. It's really hard to
Tifa's-
talk. I'm gonna keep trying. It's really hard though. I'm gonna try to grapple her.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength check or an athletics check.
Ooh, athletics.
Is it Thea or Thea? Because I've heard you say
Thea?
I say Thea.
I said it
But
wrong.
actually, yeah, it's
Okay.
Thea.
Because all right, cool. So Thea, go ahead and either make me an acrobatics or a athletics check.
They're both so good.
I got a 19. I got a 19.
I'll go with acrobatics. Okay. I have an 18.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you try to duck and dodge out of the way, Thea, but Viago, this lumbering brute, managed to grab you pretty much right where your strap meets the clasp on your cloak and kind of grapples you and holds you in place.
No.
I am going to cast light and try to like blind him so that he has to like let go.
Okay. Viago, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. 12.
What's your spell save?
It says dexterity of 13. So
13?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I need to do a dex save?
Oh, does it say dex save specifically?
It says dex 13, yeah.
Man, I didn't know light could actually do that. Cool. Learn something new every day.
So same number.
12, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So you watch as this light flashes in front of you and blinds you for a second. Thea, you feel his hand let go off of your collar as he goes and like it starts to like rub his eyes a little.
So I do let go. I let go.
Just move.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say because you're blinded, you kind of in the like a flashbang kind of you
No.
immediately go for the face.
I like it.
And I also forgot to mention I would not be offended because I have a slight blindfold on. I forgot to mention that entirely. So I am going to use that to run my movement to run away.
Okay.
Sure. Viago, if you'd like to attempt to try to grapple her as she runs away, you can do a athletics check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Well, that's mean.
Same thing, athletics or acrobatics for you, Thea.
I'll do acrobatics.
That's an 8.
Oh my god, please. Ha! 19.
So you manage to, as he's just like, "Ugh," and swings his arm out kind of wildly at you to grab a hold of something, you duck under and make your way down the alleyway. As you get to the alleyway and turn right, you bump into what you would assume is a passerby.
I'm so sorry.
How far does she run?
About 30 feet,
Okay.
if I'm correct. The alleyway is maybe about 20 feet, with enough for her to turn a little.
There's just a strange man who's chasing me. I just got here. I don't know where I am, or really, I'm just trying to get to the inn.
So as you're speaking to him, you kind of were, when you bumped into him and you started talking, you were kind of in the middle of turning. You notice that this isn't. You've seen a few like a lot of different humanoids, being from where you're from. You've never seen one like this creature. It looks almost hyena-like, and as this humanoid figure turns around, you hear it. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Gash is fine. No harm done to Gash.
Well, I'm gonna. All right, nice to meet you, Gash. I'm just gonna slowly. I'm trapped. Oh no. I'm just gonna slowly try to back up, I guess.
As you back up,
I'm so trapped.
you feel a second body behind you, and Viago, you see at the end of the alleyway, as this orc, slightly shorter than Viago, but just as broad, stands behind you with a great axe on his back. Where do you think you're going?
Do I recognize him?
You would recognize this orc as Brugor, who you would recognize as a fellow member of your organization.
Motherfucker. Is it my turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll initiative for them real quick.
I know exactly what's going on, right?
Yeah, you have an idea that they're trying to swipe your bounty, correct? All right. We're gonna go back to the top of the round with Viago. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action. No, I'm not. How far is he? 30 feet?
He's about 20 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna take both my hands, and you watch as my fingers kind of go into my belt, into these 4 holes, and I'm gonna pull out my Warhammer knuckles, and I'm gonna charge that orc. I'm gonna take 2 attacks on him.
Cool. Go ahead.
It's really hard to talk. Does a 19 hit?
A 19? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it hits.
I was like, motherfucker, it's level 1. That's worse than me. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah. That does a lot of hurt to him. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Okay. 23 hits.
No, yeah.
And also, just confirming, I rolled an 8, so I don't get the strength bonus, right?
You don't add your strength to your offhand attack.
I did roll max damage, though, so it's 8.
You left him so hard, he reels back for a second and turns and kind of smirks.
Dibs.
And he spits out a little bit of blood. After him, you are going to... you see, kind of standing a little bit farther away, this smaller humanoid figure, probably about halfling size, run up to Brugar and place his hand on him, and he's going to cast the Cure Wounds on him. Don't worry, Brugar, I got you. Or wow, that was not a lot of health.
Hey, are we doing you want a map?
Yeah, sure. Can you do that first one? With the, and just put us all in an alleyway, please. I should have mentioned that beforehand. Yeah. Everything just happened so fast, guys.
I literally, I was like, oh
no.
Yeah.
And who's in there right now?
The orc, the gnoll, and the clericy dude that I told you about. There's 4, so he heals. Cool. Thea, you are on deck, by the way. You'll be... and then, does he have anything you do as a bonus action? No, he does not. So yeah. So he runs up, and this little halfling runs up, and he's like, don't worry, Brugar, I got you, and places his hand on him and casts Cure Wounds on him. Thea, it is your turn.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Because I'm terrified right now. And just try to use my movement to further myself away from this as much as I can.
Okay. Where are you going?
Probably on the map, the right. But
You
it'd be
can
like,
use, if you broadcast your mouse down in the right-hand corner, you can use it too.
that's fancy. I'm gonna go this direction.
Board.
That is super cool.
As you do, Gash will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Cool. Love it.
And Gash will, with his spear, wow, Gash. That is a whopping 9. So as you attempt, or as you start to run around Gash and into this main walkway or this main street, he tries to stab out at you with his spear, and just you manage to duck, and it glances over your head. It is now Brugar's turn, who is going to turn onto you, Viago, and just kind of smile. We thought you were done, old man. As he swings out with his great axe. And that will be a 18 to hit.
Hit.
18 to hit for... plus 3. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right.
And then he will... Thinking that you're kind of reeling and that Gash will hopefully help subdue you, he's going to turn and run toward Thea in an attempt to grab her. So he's going to run about here.
Okay. Did I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
You're gonna fuck that dude up?
No one said these guys were smart.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, I rolled an 8! 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
12 points of damage. So as he turns around and like is kind of taunting you as he thinks that you're kind of reeling, you just turn and smack him right in the back of the head. And you watch as this big gap opens up. He's still up, but it's like he's like limping on his last legs. And like you could tell he probably is severely concussed. After him is going to be Gash. And Gash is going to he's going to run up to Thea,
Yeah.
and attempt to grapple her.
Oh.
So please make an athletics or a acrobatics check for me. Hang on, this is really important. What does that come out to?
2.
A 2? All right, cool. So I beat you by 1. Oh, the screen! I beat you by 1 with a 3.
No!
Literally rolled a natural 1 as well.
No!
Oh gosh, what is going on? So he manages to grab onto you and kind of hold firm, and he's like, I got her, Brugar! And then is going to use his movement to, at half speed, to get to about here with Thea.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Viago, it is now your turn again.
I'm gonna take my first attack and punch that fucking cleric right in the face.
Go ahead. Did you just nat 20?
Yes, I did. Oh Christ! How do you do net crits?
Double dice.
So just roll it twice, or just double?
No, 2d8s. Yes, correct.
All right. That's 4, plus 7 is 11, plus 4 is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, decide this dude's fate, please.
Jeez.
You shouldn't have done that. And I just want to punch him right in the face and just watch his face crush and collapse.
You watch as his hands go up. He's like, "Oh no, please!" As you just boom and turn his face into mush.
Then use my movement and do my bonus action attack to hit Brugor in the back of the head.
Go ahead. Roll your attack.
Man, my adrenaline is through the roof. 16 to hit.
16 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, just a straight D8 roll is 5 points of bludgeoning.
5 is just enough. Decide his fate.
So the right hand just caves the cleric's face in, and with the left hand, I literally just see that wound, and I just continue to just open up the back of his head. And standing there with my now Warhammer knuckles just bleeding everywhere, the two bodies on the ground, I'm just going to stare at the hyena dude.
Yeah, and you'd recognize Gash as a gnoll.
Got it. Do I know Gash?
Yeah, Gash. So, Gash, Brugar, and Uppa, the halfling who you just one-shotted, were all part of your organization. They were kind of novices when you first started.
Would you? Oh, wow. Way to make me old.
Or novices. I'm sorry, novices when you ended. My bad.
Got it. No, I got it. I understood. Even though I used my action and my bonus action, would you let me say or do anything at this point?
You can say something as a free action. If you're trying to intimidate them as part of that, you can.
Well, hello, Gash. You see, your two friends are bleeding out right now. You can let her go and live, or you can let her go and die. That's your choice.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation for me.
14?
14. Not scared of you, old man. But I'll be back.
That's what I wanted you to say.
And that's your turn. Thea.
Okay. I am going to try to do a shocking grasp because I can touch him technically. Or do you have to? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can do that. When somebody's grappled, it's just when you're grappled, it's just movement. It's not anything else.
I figured, but I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
cool.
So you can still kind of reach around and grab him.
All right, so a 10.
A 10. 10, unfortunately, will not hit Gash. As you go out with your arm, he grabs your arm with his spear hand. Not today.
God, I hate that guy so much.
That's it. That's all.
I already hate him, and I've done the voice. This is decided. So as his action, he is going to let go of you and disengage and start running up the street.
DM question: is he wearing metal armor?
He is not wearing metal armor.
So he lets go of her and runs away?
Yeah.
Which way?
He's running up the street, back into town, running away.
Out of frame down here?
Out of frame, out of view, correct.
So is he just going 30 feet, or is he using dash and all that?
He uses action to disengage. So he only moves 30 feet. Are you thinking about going after him?
I am. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
So I'm going to use my bonus action aggressive and move my full movement speed towards Gash, and then use the rest of my movement to catch up and hit him in the head.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and swing out with your hand. I was about to say with your Warhammer, but you
Shut up.
Did you get another nat 20?
Oh my god. I'm going to show you this time just so you know I'm not cheating. Big old B. D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond dice are nice, man. There you go.
26 to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
So it's a D8. It's 6.
2d8 plus your strength.
Plus 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 4, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. He's still up, but you hit him in the stomach, and you can feel ribs crack and penetrate inward into him as he's just kind of like and blood is like spurting out of his mouth a little.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement because by my math I would still have 10 or 15 feet.
Yeah, you'd have some movement to get in front of him.
I'm going to walk probably walk back into frame and get towards Thea. Thea. Is it Thea? I keep saying it wrong.
Thea.
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 Please don't clip that.
Thea. Cool. As he runs away, he's going to run his full movement and then turn around, and he's just kind of cackling as he pulls a longbow out from behind his back and attempts to shoot you.
Me or her?
You.
Of course.
That's going to be a 10.
10 to hit? No.
Yeah. So it smashes into your helm, your skull helmet that you have, and just kind of crackles and splinters.
I'm not wearing it.
Oh, you're not wearing it yet?
No.
Well, then it crackles, it hits into your shoulder,
Okay.
and some of the leather on your shoulder and just splinters. It hurts, but not enough to do any damage. It's more of like a, mosquito bite or a bee sting. And then he just continues to run away, ducking into an alley.
I'm just going to stand there and look ominous at Thea with an arrow coming out of my shoulder.
You guys are out of combat now, by the way.
We are out of combat. Cool.
Yes. Congratulations. Now I know how to hurt Solo. No, I'm kidding.
Didn't tell you to run. I'm not the only one after you.
I got distracted by the dog. Sorry.
He wants attention. I'm sorry.
No. No, you didn't. Where are you gonna take me if you take me somewhere?
Has anything about her appearance changed at all since they've been
No.
wrestling with her or attacking her or anything like that?
No, nothing's changed. She still has the blindfold over her eyes, all that good stuff.
I don't care
Focus.
what you did. All I care about is putting food on the table.
How much damage was that, by the way? Sorry.
How much damage did you take? I believe you took like 9 points of damage.
From the arrow, too?
Oh, no, you didn't take anything from the arrow. The arrow
Oh,
didn't
got
hit.
it. Sorry, I missed that.
Just glance off the armor.
I don't like it when my prey runs.
I'm not your prey. I made a mistake, but you shouldn't refer to me as a prey.
It is what it is.
No! This isn't some hunting game for you. This is my life. I made a mistake, and I didn't. I don't even know what's going on exactly. I just know.
I want to grab her by the arm as she's trying to plead. And I'm going to lift my other arm up like I'm going to hit her with the warhammer.
Okay.
Goo.
I mean, Thea, you technically can still do stuff.
I'm going to. No, I'm not going to.
No.
I'm just going to let it happen.
Everyone, when I come to collect the bounty, claims to be innocent. And I find some pretty little lass that comes off a boat who has a quite a hefty bounty on her head, who hides her appearance. You look pretty guilty to me.
I didn't say I wasn't guilty. I did it. I did it, okay? But it didn't mean to. It was an accident. I didn't even know I could do that. I'm not trying to...
Do I believe her?
Roll a insight check.
15.
Does he believe you? Like, are you being...
I'm being honest. I'm not trying to hide my face. I'm just... I don't know. I read something stupid that maybe it would help. I don't know. I feel I have this... It sounds stupid, but the powers... And I don't know how to control them. Exactly.
You see Viago's face soften just a hair.
Like that trick you did to me.
Yeah, I kind of got lucky with that one. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone.
You don't want to hurt me. That's cute.
Thank you? I don't know how to respond to that.
At this point, you guys have been standing there long enough, a couple dead bodies around you. The guard that you talked to, Thea, with another one of the guards around town, start walking up. Is everything okay here, miss?
Yeah. He saved me. They started following me.
This true? They kind of turned to you, Viago.
As I kind of put my hands like as they were coming up, I would have let go and kind of act casual. I would have put my knuckles back on my belt.
Of course it's true. This pretty gentle thing just came off the boat. These two goons tried to assault her.
And he's gonna try to hide his tusks because they're not gigantic. So like if you're far enough away, maybe you don't pick him up. But he's gonna, because he looks like a Goliath, so he looks a little bit normal. But
Go
he's just
ahead.
big.
Go ahead and give me a deception check with advantage.
Ooh, I rolled that. Warple.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, you have advantage.
Oh!
All right.
I don't know what it is. Where's deception? 23.
23. All right. You two will take care of this. Go ahead. And you watch as they start to pull the bodies of Brugar and Uppa and lead them toward where the apothecary would be.
So you were going to the rusted anchor?
Yes, trying to.
Let's go have a drink then.
You're not gonna turn me in?
Never said that. I'm thirsty.
You're right, sorry.
Bleeding
Yeah.
out.
I wish I could help you. But, yeah, let's get a drink.
Okay.
So you guys head to the kind of very solemnly head to the rusted anchor, where as you walk in, you're greeted with maybe about a half a dozen patrons of mostly human, a couple elves mixed in there, kind of milling about. Nothing really super spectacular. but you do notice behind the bar there is a what did I write down? Nothing. A dwarf behind the bar. So one guy I didn't write this whole time. There's a dwarf behind the bar, passing out drinks and shuffling food around. Viago, do a perception check for me.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that first.
I think I read your mind, but I'm not.
Holy shit! I rolled another natural 20. 24.
Yeah. Scanning the bar, or scanning the inn and tavern, you don't notice anybody that really sticks out or that would be recognizable as a member, or any potential threats.
Okay. Are there any tables that are kind of away from the other ones? And also, am I ducking in this place? Do I have a lot of headroom?
No. So most of the buildings in general are going to have a little bit. I mean, especially the tavern portion has a little bit more vaulted ceilings than normal. You're about what? About 8 feet, give or take.
I'm at 8.5.
Yeah,
I should be like standing like this in the frame.
Yeah, I mean your your head's maybe about a foot and a half from the ceiling. I mean they are vaulted ceilings, but they're still only like 10 feet. Okay. So yeah, so as you walk in, like going through the doorway, you definitely have to duck and kind of like side shuffle through.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys managed to. There isn't a table that is kind of off to the side, but you definitely can move one there.
I'm not gonna move one, but I'm just gonna find a table, and if there's someone sitting in it, I'm gonna look at them until they leave.
All right. Yeah. So you stand there and kind of just in the far corner of the tavern. You're just kind of staring there, huffing, and the pair of humans that's sitting there eating their meal are just kind of look up at you and ignore you at first, and then like by the second or third huff, they're just kind of like, "All right, fine," and like pick up their plates and move to another table.
Okay.
Thank you for moving. Thank you.
Uh-huh. As you sit down, the dwarf runs up to you. How can I help you guys? I'm Rin. I own this establishment.
Come in ale and give the lady whatever she wants.
Sure. Ale. For you, miss?
Yeah, an ale sounds good.
Any food? Go with that. Got a nice shepherd pie in starting to bake.
I'm gonna look to Viago to see kind of like if that's okay, essentially.
Sure.
Yes, please. I really like a shepherd pie.
And he runs to the back, brings you 2 ales. Little bit of time, maybe 5-10 minutes before the pie's finished, but he eventually brings it out to you.
So what's your name?
Scampers off.
I mean, I go by Thea, but my name's Athena. Athena Castile. What's yours?
Viago.
Is that okay if I ask that? I'm so sorry.
Viago is my
Viago.
name. Norrock.
It's a nice name.
You apologize too much.
I know. It's a problem I have. Why are you doing this?
It's my job.
No, I don't. I mean, I understand I did something real bad. I understand, but why are you having a drink with me?
So I can keep an eye on you, that's why.
You gonna? I mean, I'm not gonna complain, okay? Just
Something you said back there reminded me of someone I cared about. So consider this a kind gesture for that.
And he just starts drinking his ale. Where's tea?
I'm gonna drink and eat silently for a little bit. appreciate it. This.
Don't let it get to your head. I still have a job to do.
No, I totally understand. Oh, God, this thing's kind of itchy. Sorry. What's gonna happen to me?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't ask questions. I get a job, do it. They pay me, get another job.
But who's your boss?
It's better you don't know.
Right, but you just work for someone to do what to do. You don't even know who it is. I mean, what if they're trying to get rid of good people?
You said yourself you're guilty, right? You did something horrible, whether you were in control of it or not. Evil is evil. It doesn't matter. Everything is
Yeah, but what about the
perspective.
reason behind...
Place. And he sits back and kind of puts his hands over his head.
Please, tell me your story. Tell me how innocent you are, and how everyone else is out to get you, and how you were doing it in self-defense, blah, blah, blah. Please, enlighten me.
It wasn't self-defense. I was trying to help someone. I heard her scream, and I just tried to help her.
You helped her by killing her?
I
Starting to like you.
didn't mean to. I just reached my hand out, and next thing I knew, they weren't there. They weren't.
Hold on. Just so I'm understanding this right. You walk over to an area, you hear a woman scream. You see two people having an altercation. You go up and put your hand out there, and they are no longer people.
I don't know. I just all of a sudden this fire came from my hand, and they.
And then you started wearing this face shield thing.
I don't know. I tried to do some research. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. I can.
Viago,
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Viago, give me an intelligence check really quick.
you want to do wisdom? I mean, my intelligence isn't that bad either. I'm a super smart barbarian. Ooh, God damn. Dirty 20.
Are you getting... What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, through some of your travels, you'd know there's strange and mystic magics. You're not 100% sure on the kind, but you know there are types of magic that tend to be a little bit more chaotic in nature.
Oh, yeah. I tweak some backstory stuff, actually, a little bit. But, so yeah, that's kind of why he softened a little bit, is he has heard of these magics. Uncontrollable magics.
I'm gonna adjust the eye thing slightly. I don't know why I'm calling it that. The blindfold slightly, and I'm just. All I did was reach my hand out. What if I just look at someone the wrong way and I do the same thing to them?
Well, I don't see you wearing gloves.
You know, you're right. I probably should have invested in those. That would have been...
From what you just told me, you didn't shoot fire out of your eyeballs, did you? You shot them out of your hand. These magics that you're speaking of, they're from within. Doesn't matter whether you can see people or not. Shooting fire out of your eyes is silly.
I didn't necessarily think it was gonna be fire, but you're probably right. At that, I'm gonna slowly put it, like, not untie it, but just put it around my neck so that I'm still able to put it back up easily.
Make a No, I'm kidding.
Surprise!
Make a Constitution saving throw. No. Yeah, as you do, as you lower your blindfold, what does Viago see?
There are these piercing lavender eyes that stand out against her, like, rather porcelain skin. So it's very juxtaposition.
Once Viago sees that, the iron tankard that he's holding, he crushes like it was a piece of paper.
Of course you do. Of course she does. Of course she does.
I'm sorry, of course I do what?
Forget about it. I'm free to go. Get the fuck away from me.
What? Did I upset you? I'm sorry, I didn't... You're the only person who's ever actually tried to seem to help me while I'm here, and...
If I don't know, if you look really closely, you might see something. I don't know how you handle those kind of things. He's trying to hide something, I guess.
Give me an insight and a deception then.
Okay.
That's how we resolve those things.
With a dice.
No, that was my next question I was gonna ask, actually. Oh, I'm trying to do this without my insight. 13.
I got a 3.
So what does she notice?
You see that Viago's eyes are actually getting a little watery, and he's not looking at you anymore. He's kind of looking off.
You're upset. I don't really... Do you... I know it's not really my place, but you showed me kindness. I've been told I'm pretty good ear to listen to. You wanna have...
You don't want to hear this story. See, I knew someone once, someone really close to me, who died by some similar magics that you are speaking of. So yes, there's a soft spot in my heart for that. But someone I care about, who you fucking remind me of, is still alive. So I'd rather not talk about it. And I'd rather you fuck off. Give me another Ariel!
Dwarf runs up and right away, and he brings another tankard and like takes the one that you just crushed and like walks away.
I'm gonna slowly stand up. I'm really sorry for whatever happened to them. If... I can tell you got a big heart. I'm trying to figure a lot out. And if you have any help on this, it'd be really helpful to me. But,
You want
You
me
don't
to
have-
help you, is what you're saying right now.
no. Well, yes, I am. I know how that sounded. I don't...
Do you understand that those two shits that I just killed and the fucker that got away work for the same people I work for? And by me letting you go, that puts me in jeopardy. And they won't stop hunting you.
What will happen to you?
Become prey, just like you.
No, I don't want that. I don't know what to do. I was given some big mission and I don't know how to do it, and I don't think it's right, and I think it's probably a big mistake. And I don't know what to do. And now I'm messed up your life, and I'm sorry.
You haven't messed up my life. I made the decision.
Sure, you're right.
So you
If you
special agent now? Innocent at first. Do a bunch of bad stuff. Now all of a sudden you have a mission.
No, I'm not a special agent. It's kind of complicated, and I don't really want to talk about it, but
It always is.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mess it up anyways. But
When you talk down to yourself again, he's gonna just rub his head, kind of like a dad who's just really frustrated. Just,
Why do you do that?
do what?
Why do you put yourself down like that? 3 big assholes, including myself, just tried to kidnap you in the alleyway. You get out without even a scratch.
Yeah, because of you. I don't know what I'm doing.
Apparently.
Sorry. Apparently. You tell me not to talk down about myself, and then you go ahead and insult me, and I don't want to fight with you. I really don't. I appreciate what you did.
Do you know?
I'm gonna go to the lighthouse to ask some questions. I'm gonna get a room first, probably, but that's where I'm gonna be if you want to find me.
Sure.
I'm gonna leave the table then, and try to go get a room.
Yeah, so you walk up, and Ren the dwarf is. Can I help you with anything else?
Do you have any openings for a room? Nothing special.
Yeah, we have some rooms open. It'll be 5 silver for the night, included the food and drink you just ate.
I can afford that for one night. Yeah. Okay.
Viago's
Sure.
gonna run up and slam a gold on the table.
And take care of it. And that tanker, too.
That'll about do it, yeah.
I'm just gonna stare at Thea for a little bit.
After
Thank you. Okay. I'm just gonna go put my stuff up. Is that okay with you?
You're free to do what you want.
You are a very tall person thing. You're really tall.
Yeah, you have no idea what he is. You've never seen something this
Would you like
I'm
me to crouch down for you?
I'm gonna use grotesque in the terms of like how giant he is, not in terms
Yeah.
of disgustingness, but like you've never seen something so massively big before.
So you're very intimidating.
Thank you.
I also just watched you like basically almost kill 3 people. So
Don't rub it in. I don't usually get away.
sorry. Still killed 2. So I'll just be right back. I'm just gonna put my little knapsack down. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put my belongings in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, as you run upstairs, you see everything's really nice. Everything, bed is nicely made. All of the furniture is relatively clean. But you do see a small bottle on top of one of the pillows, or a vial.
I grab it.
And as you grab it, you find a healing potion.
Oh.
There you go, guys. Finally gave it to her.
As she goes up there, I'm gonna hand the what's the dwarf's name again?
Rin.
Rin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
R-I-N.
Dwarf. I'm gonna hand him a another gold and kneel down, not like get really down and kind of lean on the bar to look at him.
If anyone comes in here, ask about me or the lady, what are you going to tell them?
Who?
There's a good chap.
Don't worry, we've had plenty of your kind here before. And he pockets the gold.
I'm sure you never had anyone like me.
I'm gonna walk towards the door.
Okay. So Viago, you head out back into the market square of White Harbor. Thea, I imagine you come down shortly after.
Yeah, I think I'll still put my my mask back up just for comfort.
Okay.
I'm gonna
yeah.
scout the street before she walks out, just to scout the street.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
12.
Cool. So scanning through, other than a couple of guards, it seems relatively peaceful. Nobody really stands out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I come out.
Yeah, Thea, you exit
Saunter out.
the rusted anchor.
Viago?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the lighthouse. Do you want to come with?
Yep. So lay the way, didn't I?
That you did. Okay. Do you want to talk, get to know each other, just quietly walk over there?
Sure. What'll it hurt, right?
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Christ. Well, Thea, with your interesting magical properties, what did you do before your accident?
Well, I didn't really do much, honestly. I went to school, and I was pretty good at that. Well, I was okay. I wasn't real smart, nothing, but I did good. And I did some fishing, but I wasn't real good at that either. So I don't know. I just kind of was. Do you always do all this, hunting and chasing and doing bounty things?
For a time, yes. There was a time where I didn't do it.
What'd you do then?
I'm tired.
You tired?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you do?
I took care of my family, is what I did.
Are they nearby? They live with you?
No, they're not.
And the whole time that he's talking to her, he's not looking at her. He's still head on a swivel. Just
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
sure. 19.
19. So as you guys get out of the town proper and start heading through the little bit of grassland up to the cliff face where the lighthouse is, you kind of turn around and keeping your head on a swivel, looking around. You notice your friend Gash on one of the rooftops of the buildings. He sees you look at him and recognizes oh shit, I'm not as stealthy as I was, and ducks back down behind the opposite side of the building of the rooftop.
Okay. And is that in the direction we're going, or is that off to the side?
So if you guys are walking toward the lighthouse, he's back behind you. You kind of did a glance over your shoulder, making sure you weren't being followed or watched. Yeah.
I want to be. I'm gonna keep my head on a swivel, but do that casual thing where I see him, but I don't let him know that I saw him.
Yeah, I mean, he watches you turn. You catch him as he recognizes that you're at least looking for him.
Mhm.
He doesn't know. Yeah, he definitely isn't smart enough to figure out whether or not you saw him.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Thea, we, our furry friend is following us. Don't look. Act
Oh,
casual.
okay.
Just letting you know.
I wish you hadn't, because now I feel really like I can't act casual. I don't really know how to. Yeah.
To answer
Okay.
your question, take your mind off the things. Bounty hunting has been my life. Silverfall took me in when I was young. Really realized the talents that I had. But then I met her. She got me to stop doing this. So I did. But when she was taken away from me, I had to do what a parent had to do to take care of his children. The only thing I know how to do is what you saw. Death follows me wherever I go.
Oh, just lost her.
I scared her away.
You scared her away,
Damn it.
and she starts booking it. Yeah. Actually, we'll wait until we get to the temple or the lighthouse. But in the meantime, guys, Vorpal board, really cool. Can do things. Roll dice. Have map. Yeah.
Birds.
Vorpal board.
That was the best plug ever.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
I don't know what happened. Sorry
I was
about
trying to be like Kevin when he uses less words. Sea World. Do you mean Sea World or See the World?
No.
Sea World. Anyway, back to your monologue, Viago.
I don't even remember what I said.
I think she jumped out right when you were talking about meeting her.
Oh.
Yeah, the last thing you said was she got me to stop.
And that was it. I did whatever any parent would do to take care of his children, so I did what I was born to do. And here we are.
As you guys take your time walking and talking, I don't know, did you want to respond to that, Thea?
I think I'd want to, but I don't know what to say. So,
right.
no.
So as you guys are kind of walking in silence for the last little bit of your journey, you get to this lighthouse, and the lighthouse it looks like a very standard lighthouse, white wood. At the top, you see kind of this rotating torch, or this giant fire with a mirror that kind of rotates around. you kind of hear the crunching of the mechanisms within, allowing that to happen. But as you knock on the door to head into the lighthouse, that's where we're going to call our first break.
Ooh.
So,
Oops, I did the video.
Thea, right or left hand?
Right.
Actually, I'm going by my right or left hand. So right or left hand.
Right.
Right. All right. We're going to be giving away another one of these beautiful, kind of like turquoise, sky blue, and silver. I can never find my camera. And there goes my DM screen. Set of metal dice by Slayer's Guild. Slayer's Guild dice. They have been generous enough to give us some dice to give to you. They're really beautiful. And that's a nat 1. But yours won't roll nat 1s. That is a promise I cannot fulfill. So go ahead down below. Raffle thingy.
I love words. Words are fun.
Doing my best to Solo. Are we on break yet? Please.
No, we're not. I just want to keep this going. I'm keeping this going. Yes, and so exclamation point raffle to enter in the dice giveaway. Ignore the video game term on that thing that I just did. It is for those dice. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you guys soon.
Yeah. Bye. My world's falling apart. Hey, and we're back. Or things. Congratulations to Adustus Plays. We will be getting you DM me, and I'll send you your dice that you won. Congratulations.
Never
And thank you,
enough dice.
Slayers Guild.
I would like
Thank
to.
you, Slayers Guild, for that.
I would like to point out that Thea is wearing what looks to be small versions of Viago's brass knuckles.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So, as we enter back in, you guys are at the lighthouse that Thea and Viago, you've learned to be a quasi temple of cord of sorts. As you approach the door, I'm guessing Thea, you knock on the door, you wait a minute, and then a blue dragonborn opens the door.
So
Can I help
it.
you?
I was just kind of hoping to talk to someone who's in charge here.
That would be me. I'm a Drac Stormcaller.
Nice to meet you. I'm Thea, and this is Viago. Thought maybe he'd want to introduce himself, but that's Viago.
Pleasure to meet you all. How may I be of service to you?
Well, we may be able to have this conversation inside.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yikes.
I'm gonna make you actually use your primary ability.
Does she get advantage because I'm standing behind her?
I would imagine 90% of the time that you're standing behind someone, it's in intimidating fashion and not very persuasive. So no.
All right. 17.
Your friend may have a hard time, but sure, come on in. And he swings the door open.
When I first look inside the lighthouse, do I see any other exits, or is this like the only way in and out of this space?
This, from your view, from the view that you've approached it, this looks like the only point of egress.
Got it. When I go in, I'm gonna kind of stay close to the door, in case a certain dumbass walks through the door. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
All right. So you kind of play bodyguard at the door. Thea, he motions you in. And as you guys walk in, for maybe about 10, 15 feet on either side, you guys see some tapestries hanging down of that would be reminiscent of a temple of Cord. There are lots of more like stormy weather. There's beacons in the center, kind of lighting the way toward shore. And toward the very end, you do see some kind of Greco-Romanesque kind of wrestling style motifs, feats of strength, that sort of thing.
This is, thank you so much for your kindness for letting us in. I have a really weird hypothetical question to ask you. You ever heard of someone meeting a god? Or like, I don't know, being told they have like a big mission by them or something?
It's not unheard of. The gods have their playthings. Recently, no, the gods have been silent. They've been, or should be, on their end of the divine gate. There hasn't been much in many years.
What are the kind of people that normally they talk to?
Well, I would imagine anyone who's they deem worthy. It depends on the god. They are fickle in their ways.
What happens? Have you ever heard of someone maybe not doing it? Like, letting them down?
There's a story behind this, I'm sure. If, and I'm not going to speak if whether or not they did, if a god reached out to a person and they failed the god, I don't think that's in the cards. If a god deems somebody worthy, more likely than not they are, whether they know it or not. May take some searching, but I'm sure they can find it.
Are there any famous stories or something? Like, I don't know, just hypothetically, if I wanted to just kind of look at something that was a story about someone who had this happen to them?
I'm sure there's, if you went to Gimgalore, there would be plenty of tomes and histories within the archives that you'd be able to search and learn about the that sort of thing. I'm sorry. We're this isn't a real temple. As much as I'm a worshiper of Court, I'm probably not the best person to ask.
No, you've been helpful. Thank you. I just was curious is all and really wanted to see the lighthouse and thank you.
Yeah, by all means, take what time you need here. This is a temple for Cord, but also a temple for all. So, if you need to take a moment, you may. I
Thank
have
you.
work to do. The lighthouse doesn't turn itself, and he kind of goes up, and you see maybe about 10 feet above you, there's a platform and a piece of rope dangling down that is kind of like a loop, and you watch as she kind of walks up and grabs a rope and just starts pulling it, and you hear the
Oh. Okay. Is there like a room that's kind of like a separate, like a sort of prayer room sort of situation?
at the very end, right before the stairs, there is a symbol of a, best way to describe it, you've seen symbolisms of the Stormlord before, so it's almost like a shield with lightning bolts uh, crossing behind it, and then the shield is inlaid with rubies.
So I will walk over there. From what I understand, is this true? Viago is like at the door, or are you staying like outside the door, or am I able to see you?
I'm
From where
inside. I'm inside, just standing near the door in case someone walks in.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I'm just gonna be a real quick moment. If I just need a moment to myself, real quick. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you. And then I will go to the prayer room area.
Cool.
I'm gonna get down on my knees and kind of talk to the symbol. Like, I know that, yeah. I don't know, I feel really foolish doing this. I'm not really someone you'd call religious, and I know that you're not really the person I'm trying to talk to. Maybe you can get a hold of them. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do next. I'd like to think that I'm here for some reason. I'd like to think that I am supposed to do something here. Maybe this is just the start of something. I don't know, but I'm totally at a loss.
And as you sit there in silent contemplation, you watch as this little bit of a glint starts to hit the center ruby of the symbol of Cord, and it kind of shines with this bright light, almost like a magnifying glass, refracting light into it, and you can't help but feel slightly bit inspired and heard. You're not quite sure what the message means, but sounds like something came through. You also get a D6 inspiration.
Ooh.
Nice.
I really appreciate you bringing Viago into my life. And I will try my best to do what I can. But if you could just send me any sort of symbol or sort of sign of like what I'm supposed to do, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Please, thank you. Okay. I don't know how to say goodbye to a god, so I guess I'm just gonna say goodbye and have a good day. But thank you. And at that, she'll stand up.
All right. Yeah, there's not much. You don't get much of a response other than that. But as you stand up and leave, you do hear calling from above, Adrax. You guys have a good day. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Thank you.
Was with Thea, was she being quiet? Did I hear her coming when she's coming back to the front?
I mean, so it's a straight hallway. So you're watching, like, essentially it's a straight hallway that leads to the spiral staircase that goes up. It's very minimalistic. It's people refer to it as a temple. It's really not.
Got it. So once she comes out and she starts walking back towards the door, you see that Viago was kind of like cutting something, and he quickly puts it into his bag and acts like he's tough again.
Did I see that? You said I saw that?
I don't know if you saw it. That's what it's
yeah. How do I see that? Could perception check sort of thing?
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception check. Viago, sleight of hand.
Thick.
And perception. God. 8.
4.
Oh!
So you see Viago. You don't see exactly what it is, but you do see him. His hands are big and meaty. I mean, he's an Oriciath. So, like, you watch as he's, like, putting something away, but you don't catch a glimpse of really what it is.
Yeah, two very small things in these big burly hands, but I was doing something.
What are you doing?
He kind of like begrudgingly like reaches back into his bag and he pulls out a small little wood carving that looks to be a little elven woman with like curly hair. It's just some piece of wood that he's been whittling. So it's a young fair female with dark curly hair, and she does have pointy ears like an elf, and is kind of like looking off in the distance. This.
It's really good. I didn't know. Well, I mean, I really know you, I guess. Are you good at that kind of thing? Is that, you like doing that?
I do.
You got a talent for it.
That's how I remember her.
What's her name? If I can ask that.
Viola.
Viola. That's a real nice name.
Her mother named her that.
Her mother's a smart woman.
She was.
And you guys take this time as you guys are chatting to start walking back toward White Harbor. The town is bustling. Viago, go ahead and give me a perception check. It's later in the afternoon. Some of the fishmongers are out selling their wares. People coming in. Some of the sailors from the ships that have docked are starting to take some R&R before going back out to sea. What'd you get, Solo? Or Viago? Jesus, I need to...
It's a good habit, right? 23.
23. As you're walking back to town, you do notice the little bit of fur popping up from behind one of the houses. As you get closer, you notice Gash kind of drop down and make his way back into town, toward the town center.
Do I see where?
It looks like he's headed toward the inn.
Okay. I keep this to myself this time.
As you get back, there's a small shop that seems to be... A lot of the wares in it are gone. It seems pretty empty, pretty desolate in terms of the amount of stuff on the actual countertop. And a lot of people are kind of passing by and just shaking their head at this woman who is attempting to sell some fleece rugs or like throws and stuff.
I would like to go up to her.
Gets cold here at night. Do you need a blanket to keep you warm? I got... And she like looks on. I got this one.
That's real nice. How much is it?
I can sell it for 2 gold. I used to have more, but unfortunately haven't had a lot of stock coming in.
How come?
Well, I get all of my nice wool from up north, and there hasn't been any in a few weeks. Shipments have gotten smaller and smaller, and last week I got none.
Do you know why?
No, I tried to say it. I sent word on the last trading barge that headed up north, and I haven't heard anything back yet.
Yeah. You know what? I'll buy one. Sure.
And she hands it over to you. It's a good size. On you, could definitely make a nice little sleeping bag if you fold it in half. If on Viago, it looks like a kilt.
A shin guard.
Yeah.
Do I feel like that's a fair price?
No, but it's also the last one, and you can tell this woman has fell on some hard times recently.
Thank you so much for this. I wish I could do more. If I hear anything, I promise I'll come tell you. Bianca, do you know anything about what's going on? That she ain't got her stuff?
Do I?
I don't know. I'm so new here.
Go ahead and roll a history check, Viago.
Oh, you were gonna say that.
See if
Oh
you
my
see you.
god! I rolled.
You're kidding me,
Yes.
man. D&D Beyond. So, hey, you know what I like though? It's just a straight 20. No modifier. No.
It's not negative. That's the important.
It's not negative. That's the important part.
I
Yeah.
am a barbarian with a 10 intelligence. Thank you very much.
So you recall, you didn't pass by it at all, but you do recall stories on your travels southward of the town of Welton needing, having trouble and not really being a very cooperative trade partner with many of the caravans that have gone through it in recent days.
And that's in the south?
That's north of you. It was as you were coming south from your home.
Got it. Okay.
You went from pretty much the top all the way down to the bottom.
Oh,
So
that's
you,
right.
you
The south is the ocean. Never mind.
yeah, yeah, it's in the magical town Atlantis. No, but yeah, you've heard of Welton. You heard in recent days it's been kind of a shitty trade partner with a lot of the people that
Got
it
it.
supplies to.
Point of order question: black lines are rivers?
On the map,
Yeah.
black lines are rivers,
Okay.
correct.
Cool. Okay. And I know where it is.
Welton,
Yeah.
yeah, you, yeah, because you probably would have came from you wouldn't have passed around it. You would have took the road
To Deep
to, yeah, through Gimgarel or Gimgalore and Davenport over to Dristan and then down.
Got it.
But yeah, so you have knowledge of where it's at.
Got it. Okay.
The city's not too far from here, I guess. You fancy a trip?
Yeah, I do. This poor woman. I want to help her. Unless you got other things to do.
Nope. Apparently, protecting you is what I got to do.
I mean, okay. Okay. We're going on an adventure.
Yippee.
Viago, with that natural 20, I'll add that the best way to get there is to take the foaming rapids up through
The lock.
up through the lock to where it meets the road. That's where most of that crossroad there is where most of you would imagine trade happens between some of those areas to go down south.
Okay.
Well, how froggy are you feeling? You want to go now? You want to get some rest?
I should probably take a rest. I mean, I sleep okay on boats, but not the best. But I probably should maybe we should get, wrangle up some goods or something.
All right.
As you start to, well, what would you guys like to do next? I guess that's the real big question.
I guess the tavern. Inn. Take a nap. Go to bed.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So as you start to head back to the tavern,
I do want to do something
Viago.
before, right when we leave, when Thea turns and walks away. I want to hand the woman a gold without her knowing.
awesome. So as you do that, you hand her a gold, and she reaches. She's wait a minute, and she pulls out two of these tiny vials, and hands them to you, which to you are like the size of toothpicks. But for you and the girl, take care and thank you.
We'll see what we can do.
And as the two of you start to head back toward the inn, the sun comes out and warms your faces, and it's just a very nice and rejuvenating feeling. And Viago, you in particular, life hasn't been the best for you, and either of you for that matter. And this little bit of sun coming through just feels so inspiring. And you get another D6 inspiration. You each get a D6 inspiration.
D6 inspo. Word. Thank y'all.
Guys, you can give them to me as well. I mean, what? I'm not begging. As you walk in, Viago, kind of off in the corner at that table where you were sitting, you see your friend Gash. Still nursing the wound on his chest. But he's got this real fucking stupid smirk on his face.
Do I see anything else funny in the room?
Perception check.
I also would hand Thea.
Hey, you might need this.
And I hand her one of the potion that was for her.
Oh.
And you said perception?
Yeah.
Shit. 14.
14. Nothing seems to be amiss.
I'm gonna smile right back at him. I'm gonna go. I guess, are we going to sleep? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, it's a little
Early?
early. I mean, it's kind of early afternoon, or late afternoon. I'm sorry. At this point, so you guys can sit down for dinner. You guys could reasonably go to bed if you want to.
Yeah, I guess I.
You hungry?
I mean, I can always eat. My mama taught me to have a real good appetite.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find a table where, kind of talking to her every time she looks towards Gosh's location, try to get her attention. So then when we sit down, have her with her back to him, but I can see him.
Yeah. Pretty much almost as soon as you guys sit down, Gash gets up and makes his way towards your table.
So, don't really want to startle you, but our friend is walking this way.
Okay. What do we do?
Let's try to be a little subtle. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Is he coming up?
Yeah, and he kind of does that cocky ass thing where he flips the chair around and sits at it with his arms kind of crossed.
I punch him with my hammer. Right in the face.
Go ahead.
14 hit?
You watch as like you go to punch him and you misjudge how high he's going to sit in his seat, and your fist just goes right over his head. That wasn't nice.
Just a reminder who you're sitting with. I did that on purpose. The next one will hit you right square in the nose. What the fuck do you want?
Gash knows. Gash knows. Viago's in deep shit. Viago's not taking bounty in.
What makes you say I'm not taking the bounty in? She's still under my protection from you shits. Can enjoy a meal before I take her in.
You watch as he his hand comes out. No shackles. Very uncommon for you. Let her lead you to a temple. Also very uncommon. No shackles.
You know, young buck, you little shits think you can walk around and do whatever you want, entitled to everything, thinking that you have to use shackles. You think I'm just a dumb barbarian. Well, gosh, that's where you're mistaken. You only use shackles if your prey fights you or runs away. You two nitwits are too stupid to understand that. So yes, my prey sitting right here wanted to have a couple goodbyes and a last meal before I take her in. Anything else up in that pea brain of yours?
Technically, she ran down alley to us. So...
Yes. So thank you for that, to displaying my sense of tactfulness by relieving you of your friends. Without that, my persuasion was not quite as hit home.
You know they won't be happy.
They're never happy. Something you'll learn over time.
Oh, well. Not worth the fight. You're not gonna die today.
Smart move, little man.
And you watch as he stands up and starts to walk starts to walk toward the door to the inn to head back out into town.
I want to say that I think you and I have different versions of what subtle mean.
Well.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Okay, because I just don't want you to get in trouble from your boss or whoever he is.
Won't that be interesting?
I guess sure.
The two of you spend the rest of the the late afternoon eating and kind of scoping everybody out. Viago a little bit more suspicious of the people around than you, Thea. But eventually you kind of get tired, the sun goes down, and you head for a long rest.
Okay. I'm going to ask politely, but I would like to go in the same room that Thea is in. And I'm going to set a booby trap.
Thea, is that acceptable?
I've never really slept in the same room as a man before, but sure. You are, yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
I'll sleep on the floor. Feel better from that shit not trying to steal you away in the middle of the night.
Do you want a... I have this blanket. It's not very big.
I'll sleep on the floor. Thank you.
Okay.
Get some rest.
What are you using to set your booby trap?
So I am going to do three things. I'm going to take my block and tackle and set up some rope that kind of like a trip thing, like outside of the
wire?
like a trip wire outside the door. I'm going to take my hemp rope and tie it to my right hand to the doorknob and sit away, so if the door does open, it'll pull my arm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have my hunting trap on the floor next to the trip wire. So if someone trips over the wire, they're going to face first into the hunting trap.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, you said that. Talk about overkill, but okay. Man, this poor dude, like legit Home Alone 5. Viago's nightmare. Yes. Yeah. You set all of that up relatively successfully. You're used to setting traps and stuff, and protecting your camp. And then you guys both fall asleep throughout the night. Nothing happens. Gash does not seem to come visit you all at all. Neither do anybody else. And you guys wake up to a little bit of sun coming into your guys' room.
Fun. So I probably, because of my nature, I would probably be like a short sleeper. So like, as the sun is coming up, I'll clean up the trap so then she doesn't see it and all these crazy things or accidentally fall into it. But I would say when she wakes up, she sees me looking at something in my bag.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
How'd you sleep on the floor?
Perfectly.
I don't mean to pry, but
Yes, you do.
you're right. I am a very prying person. I was just curious.
About
What do you hope to gain from this?
from what? Protecting you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm no one to you.
No, you're not.
And about that time, Viago puts the you can kind of get a glimpse of it. Thea is it's like a skull with some black horns coming off of it, and Viago stuffs it into his bag.
Ugh.
You reminded me of my late wife. The one who told me and taught me how to love and care for things. I made a promise to her that I've broken. Fortunately, you fucking reminded me of that. So if I let you go and you die, because I know you will, because they won't stop, the best chance you have is with me protecting you.
Well, I guess thanks to your wife, ex-wife. But what about your kids? I thought you said you had kids.
I have one daughter.
And he pulls out the little carving again.
Ah. I understand now. Is what happened to her?
To my daughter,
Yeah.
when my wife passed away, Viola was young. I tried to do right by her. I tried to honor my promise to Saria. Became a blacksmith. Blacksmith pays shit. So when my daughter was old enough, I left. Started working for Silverfell again. And I haven't seen her since.
You don't know where your daughter is?
No, I know exactly where she is. And I send her things. Coin. Money I earn. Supplies. Letters. Telling her I'm okay. No return address. She doesn't know what I do or where I am, but that I am safe.
I'm sorry for you. I know what it's like to leave your family behind. It's not easy.
Is that what you did?
I didn't have much choice, yeah. They don't know where I am. I didn't tell them. So, at least you got that.
Like she doesn't look like me.
And he stands up, puts his bag on his back.
I grabbed my stuff, too.
So you guys take some time, get a little bit of grub for the morning. Nothing too fancy, bowl oatmeal, morning ale or beverage that you want. And then you head out to look for a ship in the docks. There are a number of them. There's only one that seems, or Viago, you would know, that looks like a trade barge that heads up the river.
Okay.
As you guys approach, you see a middle-aged female elf with a child, maybe early teens, running around the deck of the ship, getting boxes stored and things prepared. Can I help you? You guys are just staring at us.
Sorry. We're looking to go up the river.
About where to?
Well,
Sure, we can take you up to the trade road. And you guys ever been on a ship before? Know how things work? It's usually just me, but I guess I could pay.
Have I been on a ship before? I can't remember.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. Thea, you don't really have much experience sailing. You kind of had to do what you had to do on board the ship that you came over with, but it wasn't really anything super serious.
Sure.
Like, you're not a seasoned sailor by any means.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've been on a boat before. Would I say I'm good at it? No.
Okay. If that's the case, I mean, you look really big and probably can help protect us in case anything happens on our journey. I guess I can. Sure, why not? If you can promise to protect us, then you can come aboard for free. And I guess you too. And she points toward you, Thea.
No, I understand. He is great, honestly.
she's my handler. Of course, she comes with us. I'll help you however I can.
And then I'm gonna smile at the kid.
The kid just kind of looks at you and gets this like big, wide-eyed and huge smile on his face, and continues to kind of move boxes around and make some space on the deck of the ship for you guys. We're going up to the trade road. It'll be a little less than a week, maybe 3.5, 4 days. The rapids can be kind of dangerous.
I'm sorry. Did you say rapids?
Yeah, we have to go against the river up the rapids.
Okay.
Fortunately enough, most of the time we have some wind at our backs, or are able to garner some of it. I've been doing it most of my life, and my husband and my dad have been doing it as much as well. So it shouldn't be a problem. Just sometimes nasty things tend to get in our way.
If you don't mind me asking, where's your husband?
He's currently with our other ship up at the trade road right now. We probably will pass him at some point, if we're lucky.
All right.
I'm so sorry. We didn't. This is rude. I'm Thea.
Viago.
I'm Farah, and this is my boy Nell.
It's lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
So what can we do to? What can I do to help? I know he's not gonna be. Do you need anything from me?
If just he's really big, so he's gonna have to stay at the front of the ship. If you could kind of just watch out for the sail and stay out of the way, I guess. If you want to try to help, I don't know what you can necessarily do to help, but
No, I am really good at not doing anything. I love that.
all right, that's good with me. We need maybe about another 15-20 minutes, and then we can head out, if that's okay with you. I want to make sure we have a couple final things before we head north.
And you said she's human or elf? You said elf. And how old is the child?
She's an elf. The child seems to be half elven. It looks to be about 14-ish.
Got it. So
Give or take.
Like
Young littler, yeah. Sorry, last moment decision. As you guys begin to head up river, you take some time and then get in the boat. And the boat comes out and around the lighthouse and starts to head up the rapids. The end of the rapids isn't very treacherous. And even the last maybe better part of half of the day, you guys travel upriver pretty slowly without much commotion. Until eventually you guys get to a set of rocks. At that point, Farah's barking out some orders. She yells at Nil, make sure those crates are tied down. You know what happened last time? We lost a couple, and we can't do that again. Thea, you said it was?
Yeah.
I would try to find a place to hunker down. Things can get a little bit bumpy here.
Okay.
We're not really built for that.
I will find a place to hunker down.
All right. As you guys approach the rapids, can you guys all give me dexterity saving throws? Thea with advantage.
That's just mean.
I don't know how you're going to hunker down.
Yeah.
So,
oh my god.
so as the boat starts to hit into the wow, that guy did not like me at all. Starts to head upriver against the rapids that are coming towards you. You the boat starts to turn, and you watch as Farah doesn't look as confident as you thought she would going into it, and the boat turns kind of sideways. It smashes up against a rock, and Viago, you turn and you're like, all right, is everything good? And you watch as Thea and Nil both kind of go overboard in opposite directions.
Fuck.
Oh no.
You know, my gut was saying I should have anchored a rope to myself to her, but damn it, I didn't do it. And you think if Adventures of Middle-earth didn't teach us anything.
Man.
Oh no.
Fuck. All right. Is the boat still up?
Yeah, the boat's still good. Like, it just kind of was one of those where it, like, smashed up against it and rocked, and it just rocked with enough force to knock him over.
Great. I'm going to tie a rope to the mast and jump in the water for Thea.
All right. Yeah, as you do, Thea, do me a favor. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Wow.
6.
So you're trying your best to stay above water, but unfortunately, with the forces of the waves crashing into you, and you ended up bumping into another rock pretty hard, you submerge underwater. Viago, your passive perception and general, you've been keeping an eye on Thea enough to know where she kind of went in, and as you swim underwater, you have enough time to grab her before she is swept away by the currents. Go ahead and give me a athletics check to pull Thea and yourself back to the boat.
21.
Yeah. It takes you a minute because the boat is still moving, and
Is it though?
the boat's it is.
Am I an
it's
anchor?
still moving very, very so slightly. I mean, you're a pretty heavy guy, but it's you gotta. There's enough drag where it's slowed down, but it's still moving upriver. And so it takes you a little bit to get there, but you manage to kind of throw Thea over the side, climb in yourself, and you both notice that Nil is already in the boat, pretty drenched, with a rope tied around his waist.
Thank you.
I'm going to take the rope off of my waist, leave it attached to the mast. No, I'm not. I'm going to take the rope off the mast and tie it to Thea.
All right.
Thea. Fuck. Thea. Sorry.
Happens.
Farah is currently steering the boat, just kind of looking. Well, that was pretty nifty.
I mean, that's a word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just dove in and wow. Okay. Never seen anybody swim that fast.
Talking to me?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Nil's pretty good, but Yeah, you dove in and wow, that was impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah, probably should have mentioned to tie yourself off somewhere, but I'm glad that you guys did now. Sorry about that. Um, and she takes a minute to rewrite the ship, and that's a lot better. The rest of the day, of course, now the rest of the day, you guys manage to coast between the rocks at a relatively safe distance. You do bump in a little bit, but it's not hard enough to. It's not hard enough to. What's the word I'm thinking of? To knock anything loose or knock you guys off the ship. At the end of the day, she does pull up to land to set up camp for the night. She can't drive or she can't pilot the ship through the night. But she does.
Sounds terrible. You're hitting rocks during the day.
Unfortunately, even with lanterns, it's very hard to see the rapids going northward. As you guys sleep for the night, she does kind of set up. She has these like wooden stakes that she puts on the outside of the ship, facing inland toward what little bit of trees there are.
Yeah.
Are you guys taking watch, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Who is first?
I can go first.
Sure.
I mean, unless you wanna.
Sure.
All right. Thea, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Please be good.
That's better.
14. It's better than what I've been doing. 14.
So during your shift,
Oh no.
nothing happens.
Oh, thank
You
God.
hear the forest and noises of nature, nothing really big. But as time goes by, you quickly wake up Viago for his shift. Viago, please give me a perception check as well.
Alrighty. 21. Nice.
21. Very similarly, you nothing seems to bug you guys. Yeah, we're good. And at one point, Nil wakes up and kind of walks over to the river and gets some music, or not music, Jesus. Stupid chat. You're right, Solo. Gets some water from the river and gulps it down real quick, and heads back to bed. Doesn't really say anything to you. Kind of eyes you. You tell he's interested in. He's never seen something as big and massive as you are, but he doesn't really say anything. He's a pretty well-behaved boy, from the looks of it.
Okay.
But throughout the rest of the night, and even when the sun starts to come up, there's nothing going on.
Okay.
Second day, very similarly, this part of the or foaming rapids during the first half of the day, even better than last time. Not much of an issue. You could tell that whatever happened early on was definitely a fluke. And that Farah is pretty certain of her skills traversing the foaming rapids. About midday, you do get to the Morin Loch, which is this giant open lake. You guys can see on the far side, there are a couple outlets or inlets to that head in different directions. But Farah points you toward the one that is most north. By the end of the day, you guys make it to the opposite end of the loch and take a rest.
Okay.
Same thing?
Sure.
Sure. You guys position yourselves on the northeastern side of the loch. Thea, can you roll a perception check, please?
I sure can. 15.
15. So, as you are keeping watch, you hear. You're not quite sure what you hear. Sounds almost like moaning or a gurgling, like a. But other. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to Viago. Viago.
Hmm.
Viago.
Hmm.
I could be totally crazy, but I'm pretty sure I heard a noise.
You are crazy.
I mean, probably. But I heard something, maybe. Sorry. Wake you.
I'm gonna look. Stop saying sorry.
Sorry.
I'm gonna look, see if I can hear.
Yeah.
Or...
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
No whammies. Oh, that's a whammy. 12.
12.
Yeah.
You can hear something, and it sounds kind of similar to what Thea described to you. This gurgling, but it doesn't seem very close.
It doesn't seem close.
To you, it doesn't.
Is it because I'm tall or?
No. Could be groggy. Could be that it actually isn't.
Got it.
Thea's ears could be better equipped than yours. I don't know. I'm sure you got punched in the head a lot, so
Yeah.
those kind of things. But throughout the rest of the night, nothing seems to happen. As dawn breaks on the far end of your guys' vision, like very kind of. You can make it out on the horizon. You're not quite sure what it is, but you see a grouping of figures heading what looks to be northward over the hills.
On the ground?
On the ground. It's probably a few hundred, if not 1,000 feet away.
I thought you were gonna say people.
You get in your ship. You start heading northward again. And about midday, you hear Farah. Actually, both of you give me perception checks.
Perception checks. Don't fuck me, D&D Beyond. Nice.
17.
Perception 13.
That's Cox. Cool. So, you hear Farah go, "Oh fuck," and you watch as Viago, pretty much right in front of you at the front of the ship. You watch as this kind of fish-like head with these dual spines that go from like the back of the neck down to the back. Starts to climb up onto the ship with one hand is almost like this spear-like trident, and you just hear it. And we're going to take a quick break.
Oh no.
I punch it. It's another giveaway. This one's a video game giveaway for reals this time. Exclamation point raffle to enter in the second break giveaway, and we will see you guys in a few minutes.
Welcome back, Assassin Hot Dog. Congratulations, as everybody is saying, for killing the raffle. You really put a dagger in the back there. I don't know, trying to make raffles cool. You won a game. Good for you. Good job. Thanks for watching. No, but as we get back to it, you guys first off see a nice little fish-like friend there. There is also one in the water here. There is also one in the water over here. There is also one climbing up the back of the boat. And let's put one more right here on the riverbank. Awesome. So, let's get some initiatives rolling.
Initiatives! Vorpal, don't fuck me, Thad! Fuck you, Thad!
Love you, Thad.
God, Thad.
Will both of you roll additional d20s for me, please?
No.
Sure.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, mine's 14.
My initiative is 4. That might be the lowest initiative
Hey!
roll I ever have.
All right, cool. So, I'm gonna do that so I know. Let me double check some stats.
Damn it, Thad.
Oh no. Love it when I don't have monster stat blocks ready. Reach over my screen to get it. All right, cool. That works. Okay, so what'd you get, Thea?
The first one, my total initiative was 14, and the second
14.
one was a natural 20.
Okay, so Farah is going to go first, and then you're going to have two of our little Murky Murk friends. And then we will have Thea. Solo, what was your second one? Did you roll a second one?
Second one was a 9.
A 9. So one group, two groups. Then the boy, nil. And then, oh, screen. And then that guy, and then you bringing up the rear. So, Farah is going to pull out a dagger and attempt to swing at the one behind her. Let's see. 10. She swings out, but that one manages to kind of hop up in the air as she swings out and misses. This guy here in front of you, Viago, is going to swing out at you
Super.
for a with his trident. That's only going to be a 14.
Misses. Yes.
So as he stabs out, he doesn't really connect at all. This second one the second one back here is going to jump down and swing at Farah.
Oh, the one in the back?
The one in the back. And that's only going to be a 1, 2, 3, 11, which will barely hit her. He's going to be biting because he does not have a trident. So that only does 4 points to Farah. And she looks kind of hurt, but she seems to be hanging in there, doing all right. The next group, this guy over here. Oh, wow, I'm pointing, and I don't have my... This guy over here is going to swim up and climb aboard and attempt to attack. Is Nil back there somewhere?
He's on the other side of the...
He's on the other side? Okay, then he'll come to you, Viago.
Okay. I'll take this out just for combat.
All right. And this guy will try to bite you. That's a natural 20. Bow, 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 bow.
Bear yourself.
I can barrel whoever I want. Actually, I can't. There's laws. But that's going to be a total of 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Owie. Okay.
Then it is Thea's turn.
I am going to first cast Mage Armor on myself because I'm very weak.
Can you do me a favor? I forgot earlier, but roll me a d20, please.
I sure
Vorpal.
can. 4.
Oh my gosh. That's great. Yeah, so your Wild Magic Surge does not happen. Go ahead. You cast Mage Armor. Anything as a bonus action that you'd like to do?
I will probably get closer. I'm pretty freaking close to the little boy, actually. So, no. I think I maybe try and get towards Viago, but still stay close to Nil.
Okay. So Nil will pull out a sling from his belt, load a rock, and try to shoot one of the creatures in the water. Wow, Nil is not good at shooting a sling, and you watch as it just like skips on the top of the water, as both of these guys climb up onto the ship. One toward Nil, or one toward Thea, the other toward Nil. Both of them just going as they do. Swinging out at you, Thea, is a 13.
Oh my god, thank god. No, it doesn't hit. I'm so glad I did that Mage Armor.
And swinging out, or biting out at Nil, is a 22. So as the second one, like just gurgling, bites into the shoulder of Nil, doing 5 points of damage, and you watch as like Nil's eyes roll back into his head, and he like just slumps down. After that is Viago. Your turn.
Oh, it's finally my turn, yeah?
Yeah, time to go ham. Or don't, up to you.
I'm going to turn around and give this guy at the end of the boat my back and punch the two that are next to Thea.
Okay.
Do it. 19 hit.
A 19 will hit.
So that is a 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. The one on... Which guy were you hitting? The guy on your left or right?
Left.
Okay. The guy on the left looks really, really messed up.
I'm gonna punch the guy on the right.
Okay.
Do it. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Just a D8 is a 7. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that guy also looks like he's seen better days. He's still up, but he's looking pretty bloody.
I'm going to put myself... so probably getting an attack of opportunity from this guy, but I'm going to put myself between these two and Thea. So putting 3 of these guys between me and her.
Do me a favor, make a strength check.
Absolutely.
Or an athletics check.
Ooh, that's even better. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, you're able to position yourself in between the two of them. Not like super perfect, but what you think is enough.
I'm too big. All right. That
Cool.
ends my turn.
Back up to the top, you watch as Ferris is like, God damn it! And she turns around and swings her dagger at the one next to her, which will hit for that back one for 4 points of damage. And then it'll be those two's turns. So, I'm going to attack of opportunity with that guy.
Yeah.
That's a 9, so that won't hit. He tries to swing out here as he's swinging out at you. It's their turn now. That guy is going to get up right next to you.
Which one?
The guy at the
Okay.
front of the boat, or front of the ship. And then the guy in the back will swing out at Farah.
They're
Yeah,
so
it's front.
small.
The guy at you, like running spear forward, does a 15 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I thought I heard
So
Thea. Yes.
that'll hit for a whopping 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the one on Farah will also bite into her shoulder again, doing 5 points of damage. And you watch as Farah falls to the ground as well.
Okay.
Oh no. Now I don't know what to do.
Okay.
The one behind you is going to attack at you, Viago,
Mm-hmm.
with a total of 6.
Not to be a dick to myself, do you do flanking?
I do flanking. Thank you for remembering,
Yeah.
or reminding me. That's a 13, so
Still
also
misses.
misses.
Dodge that
And
bullet.
then that's 1, 2, 3. Thea, your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast firebolt at this guy.
Okay. Since you are in melee range, that would be with disadvantage.
That's totally fine. I don't think she would know that.
Oh boy.
Oh, I meant to hit 2. 9 or no, so 9. 14.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Shit snacks.
Six.
6.
Nice. You smack it with a fireball, and you watch as like its skin starts to peel back, almost like there's like a layer of oil or something, and it looks a little bit more hurt than you thought it would.
Okay. And then I'm going to actively try to put myself between I'm using the wrong mouse. Like right here, so that I'm kind of able to provide some sort of barrier between the two for the two of them.
Okay. Yeah, that works. After Thea, Nil. I'm doing death saves on board for an NPC. And Nil has 1 success. The last 2, one of them is going to swing at you, Viago, with advantage for flanking. And that will be a 14, so that misses. Man, I need a new die. The other one is going to swing out at you, Thea, using a new die. Are you freaking kidding me? An 11 doesn't happen to hit you, does it?
No.
No. So against all odds, you guys are just being, the boat at this point is just a swarm of these creatures of different shades and colors, greens and blues with yellow stripes running through them, all go, and these red fins across their back just going. Back to your turn, Viago.
Ooh, lovely. I'm going to. How does this one look? The one that first came on the boat?
The one that first came on the boat is untouched. That one has not been hit yet.
So I'm going to first attack the guy on my left, second attack the guy on my right.
Okay, go ahead.
No whammies. 14 to hit.
The 14 hits.
Oh, thank. I don't know what your god's
Is this
names
the one on
are.
your left first, then right?
Yeah, so it's 8 points to the one on the left.
8 points to the one on the left. That is. He is looking real fucked up. Almost on death's door, fucked up. He's had one too many punches to the face. He's just like.
15 to hit the one on the right.
15 hits the one on the right.
For 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points. You punch the one on the right hand side so hard that he goes flying over the side of the ship into the water.
What does it down?
Oh, the other. Oh, yeah, that works.
Is that fine? Or the other one?
Yeah, I need to pay attention to your lefts and rights.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah. Cool. So after Viago's turn, Mama Farah. Oh, I'm doing it on Vorpal.
Vorpal. Nice.
Mama Farah succeeds her first. The guy at the front is going to attack at you, Viago.
Bring it.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
He hits.
With his spear for a total of, are you kidding me? 2 more points of damage. Because that D6 does not want to be my friend either.
I'm not raging,
as he
so that hurts.
Spearing at you. Let's see. The one in the back is going to attack Thea with a bite attack that's a 19 as well.
Yeah, that hits.
And Thea will take 3 points of piercing damage as it bites into her shoulder.
Okay.
The one that you threw overboard is dead. So it is now Thea's turn.
Okay. I am going to do the firebolt again at disadvantage to this guy.
To which guy?
I'm so sorry. This guy.
To that guy.
Here.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack. Just so everybody can see what's going on.
Are you kidding me? Yay!
So the
Okay.
good news is you didn't miss. The bad news is that you missed a natural 20, but that's okay. Go ahead.
I know. Okay. 10. 5.
5 points of damage. He's looking real rough right now. He's still up, but he's struggling. Nil is going to make his second save, so that's good. NPCs doing better on rolls than Tormund did. No worries.
Ouch. Too soon.
Cool. With that, which guy? This guy here is going to attack Thea. That guy over there is going to attack you. Viago, first the attack on Viago is doing math, 13, so it misses. I'm getting a lot of 10s. A lot of 10s today. And then the attack on Thea. Of course, I say I'm getting a lot of 10s and then just get a natural 20. So, the bite into Thea
Oh no, I might be down.
will be 4 points of damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
Rolled a 1 and a 2, and these things aren't that strong. Viago, your turn. You watch as these creatures are like almost dogpiling onto Thea. She's now got one like attached to her shoulder, like chomping into it. All you hear is this cacophony.
How bad do they all look?
This one is unhurt. That one's really hurt, and these two are both pretty hurt.
Got it. Question, point of order. Do you do the potion thing like I do?
Yeah, bonus action for potions and action to feed it to somebody.
Got it. So I'm gonna bonus action drink my potion.
Okay, go for it.
It's 2d4 plus 2, right?
2d4 plus 2, correct.
4 plus 2, so I get 6. That's helpful. Math. 6. D&D would do it for me. Then I'm going to punch this guy and force myself to try to get Thea. I'm trying to be a shield for Thea.
Okay.
Thea.
Yeah, so the ship is a little bit bigger than what that is, obviously. So you'd be able to switch places with her, yeah. You will take 2 attacks of opportunity though.
Yeah, I figured. I just want them to fight me, not her.
Yeah. That works.
But yeah, I'm gonna attack the one guy though.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll your attacks first, and then I'll roll the opportunity.
24 is the only attack I get because I use my bonus action to drink my potion.
Correct. Yeah, 24 hits. Which one are you hitting? You're hitting this guy, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit him and push him out of the way, kind of. That
Cool.
is 8 points of bludgeoning.
8 points of bludgeoning is enough. As you punch that dude in the face, he goes flinging back into the water. 2 down. The 2 that get attacks of opportunity are a 21 and another natural 20.
Fun.
So the first one with his spear will do 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the natural 20 is a bite attack for, are you kidding me? 3 points of damage.
Okay, I like to use Stone's Endurance for the first one.
You can use Stone's Endurance. I believe you roll a
D12 and add 3. Fuck you. I got a 1 for my roll, plus 3 is 4.
4, so you take 2 points of damage from that first one.
Got it. How much was the second one?
The second one was only 3 points of damage.
So, okay, so I'll add 1 more. Got it. Fun. Super fun. Okay.
That's Viago's turn. Death save for Farah. She's 1-1. The guy on the back of the boat is going to a 1 or 2 attacks Thea, 3 or 4 Viago. That's a 3, so we'll go for Viago. This guy on the back of the boat will move up to Viago. The guy on the front of the boat will also, or this guy back here and that guy back there. Yeah, that works. So first attack is a 14.
Nope.
Second attack is a 16.
Yes.
And that's with a bite. What is with my D4s? I don't think I've rolled higher than a 2 on my D4s. So that's only 2 points of damage. You don't even need to rage. Don't even need to rage. Thea, your turn.
Okay, so I also have, so just to confirm, I have these 2 potions. I can take one of them as a bonus action.
You can take one as a bonus action, correct?
And you said how much was it? I'm so sorry.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Great. I'm going to do that as a bonus action. And get,
Nice.
Thank God, I'm
Take
back at my
9
max.
points of healing.
I can't even take that much. And then I'm going, am I close enough to, who am I closer to? I can't really see. Am I closer to Nil or to Farah?
You are closer to Nil. Yeah. Viago has been like kicking people and pushing them out of the way who are on the ground in a nice way.
I'm going to
I take blood
bend down,
damage.
like, and do healing hands and give him 1 point of hit
To no?
hit points.
To Nil?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nil is up. Nil's turn. He's kind of just like, what? Okay. And seeing the situation, he's just going to like reach into reach for his dagger and kind of swing wildly at that guy over there. Still on the ground. That's a natural 1. So he goes to swing, and the dagger goes flying out of his hand and just splashes into the water behind the boat or behind the ship. After Nil, we have this last guy right here is going to try to take a. Yeah, he's going to try to take a chunk out of Viago. Viago seems like he really wants to soak up some damage. So that's a dirty 20.
Yep.
With a bite attack for, finally, 5 points of damage.
Viago is unconscious.
Oh no!
Guys, where are our healing potions and inspiration?
I used
So Viago goes unconscious.
Question.
Back up. Yes.
Does my body crush one of them and kill him? Just kidding.
No. So as Viago falls down, the You watch as we go back to the top of the round, and 2-1 for Farah. You watch as this guy.
Don't I need to make a death save first?
Oh, you do need to make a death save. Please make a death save.
Sorry. That was a journey right there. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I saw so many. I had so many emotions as that die was rolled. So you watch as this one in the front and this one in the back. This one in the back starts to make its way toward the front. The one in the front grabs a large crate and jumps off the boat.
Which one jumps off?
This guy here, the one that was untouched. He grabs a giant crate, jumps off the boat, and starts swimming away. This one in the back is making its way toward the front of the boat to grab a second crate and jump off. If you would like, you can get an attack of opportunity on it, Thea.
I would love to do that, yes. May I ask, in regards to that, am I able to just do a cantrip, or do you prefer to do
you have to, unless you have Warcaster, you have to use a weapon.
Great, so I thought so, but just wanted to confirm.
So if you have a dagger, you can pull it out and...
I do. So I will do a dagger. 2 points of damage.
Oh, D20 first. See if you hit.
Oh my god, duh.
How do
I did it automatically. 11. I'm so stressed out right now. 11.
At 11, you swing out and you miss, and the creature kind of looks back behind you and doesn't really do a whole lot, but he grabs a crate and jumps off as well. That second guy who was back here, he runs up front and then hops back in the water and swims off with the crate that he had. Thea, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have a second potion, so I'm gonna use my action to give it to Viago.
Okay.
And that's it.
Cool. So yeah, go
I
ahead.
should roll that.
Yeah, please roll that.
I'm so stressed. Oh my god. I'm like, huh.
So Viago, you get 8. Wow, I don't know how to math.
I don't either.
8?
Yeah.
Hello.
Let's see. Nil is going to pull out his sling and attempt to hit this one in the back. This one back here. Actually, no, he's right there. He's going to attack this guy. Oh, no! Scream! That's a 15, so he will hit it. And he will do
Yay.
a lot of damage to this thing because he's pretty good with his sling now that it's right up in front of him. So that one is... Oh, crap! Nil killed that guy.
Nice.
Nil, he watches, he pulls, he's like, "Dah!" And just shoots it right in the eye, and it's just like, and falls backward into the water. That's that one's turn. That one guy was dead. Viago, it's your turn.
How far are they away?
Maybe 20, 25 feet at the most.
Don't be down. Don't be down.
Oh, I swear to God, if you jump in that water.
Viago jumps in the water.
No!
I love you for doing it. I also don't love you for obvious reasons.
I rolled.
So you jump in the water, you can get attacks off on both of them. This guy over here is really hurt. This guy over here was the one who wasn't touched and it's like perfectly fine.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's swing the hit. Dirty 20 hit, the one on the right.
Yeah.
The one that hasn't been touched. So.
Oh, the one on yeah.
That's max damage.
Right.
So 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's looking mighty messed up now. He's still kicking, but right there.
Could I? How big are these things?
Viago wise, maybe up to your knee.
Got it. Could I? I'm gonna do something silly. Can I grab the one on the left that's looking really bad and punch the other one with him?
I'm gonna say no because it would be your action to
To
attempt to
grab
grapple.
Got it.
Yeah. I like where you're headed though.
Yeah, that would
Very-
have been interesting.
Very barbarian move.
I wanted to kill one with the other one, and that would kill them too.
you
So
still
yeah,
have your bonus action to punch out.
yeah, I'll punch the other one who hasn't been touched, or now
Okay.
he's been touched.
Yeah. The same guy or this guy?
Same guy. 15 to hit,
Okay. 15 hits.
and just straight D is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5 points of damage. As you hit him once, you watch as like his jaw kind of snaps and breaks a little, and he's like, and you come around with your left, and you punch him the other way, and his jaw just kind of detaches and is hanging super loose off his
he still
down up
alive?
by where his chest is. No, he's dead.
Okay.
The crate that was in his hands, as he kind of floats away from it, it sinks a little, but then bobs up and is kind of bobbing in the water. The other guy is still alive though. Before we do that, let's see how our homegirl is doing. She is 2 and 2. Mom is not looking good. This other guy is going to action disengage and swim as far as he can. He's got a 40-foot swim speed, so he's going to get the hell out of Dodge with the crate that he has in his hands.
Okay.
It is back to you, Thea.
Oh gosh. I am going to. How far away did you say? Would you say this guy with the crate is?
From you, 40, probably 60 feet away at the most. If you ran to the front of the ship, he'd be about 45.
Okay, cool. This might seem like a silly question, but does he get any cover from how tall Viago is? No. Okay, now that I've moved, he wouldn't.
No,
Never mind.
you're good. You're good.
Cool. Okay, so then I am going to cast Firebolt again.
Cool. That's just a straight roll.
Do it.
Yes.
17, 22. Yes,
22 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. 7.
As the leader is swimming oh wait, that was the other guy was the leader. But as this lone little creature is swimming away, how would you like to decide its fate?
I just want to kind of. I'm assuming it's back towards me, so.
Yeah, it's swimming away with its crate.
So I want to hit it right on where the neck meets the head,
Okay.
and just kind of stop it in its place and then slowly melt.
Yeah, so as it hits, it starts to spread across the portions of the body that's above water, and you just hear as it starts to kind of submerge itself, dying in the water. The crate that it had is floating in the where it left it, or where it died.
Okay.
I have no way to help this poor lady.
All right.
Nil
Okay.
kind of runs below deck real quick and produces a kit and runs up to his mom. And he pulls out this little herb and puts it in her mouth and starts to force her to chew it. I think she might be stable now. She might be okay. I don't know.
I I don't know much medicine. I can look for a pulse or something, but I can try.
Okay, yeah. Viago, as you're getting back onto the ship, Thea, give me a medicine check, please.
Okay.
I would have grabbed that crate too. Is that a free action or is that an action?
Yeah, you could have grabbed the crate that was in front of you, no problem.
Good.
A 6.
A 6. It's easy enough to find a heartbeat and read a
God.
pulse. So you reach for her wrist and do like the thing that they teach you in middle school or elementary school, where like you like look for the pulse that way. And it's faint, but there is one. It seems like for now she's pretty stable.
I feel a pulse. I think your mom's gonna be okay.
Okay. Do you know how to drive
Are you-
the ship? Because I don't.
Honestly, I do not.
Do I see the
Wasn't
kit
really
that
my-
you used?
After taking a minute to get onto the ship and look it over, you would recognize it from being in the field as a healer's kit.
Got it. I have my own too. That's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Guess I'll figure it out. I'm gonna grab whatever the doohickey that she had was to try to steer the boat.
Okay. Are you just gonna keep it up going upriver, or?
No, I'm gonna try to grab the other crate, but then try to get to shore as quickly as possible.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
I have a +2 wisdom modifier, ladies and gentlemen. I am a barbarian. Oh, fuck me. Fuck
So-
me. Fuck me.
Oh, no.
Fuck me.
You
That's what I get. That's what I get.
you managed. No, you don't. I was gonna give you something, but man, no.
No, that's a one. But
You go to turn it, and you pretty much do a hard turn, and the
Whoops.
ship does like the water equivalent of a donut,
Had to
but
do that.
really bad. And then it starts heading back down river. If you want to give me another one of those.
Hot tamale, dirty 20.
After about a minute, you manage to steer it back toward the shore. In doing so, coincidentally enough, the crate is flowing downriver, so you manage to scoop it up as you are putting the ship onto shore.
See, meant to do that.
I believe that. Have you done this before?
Nope.
Great, I feel really good about this. Good.
You guys take some time to set up camp, and after a couple hours, Farah wakes back up. The sun's still in the sky, and she kind of looks around. We're good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Cargo's safe. Nilla's safe.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Well, I'm good to carry on until dusk if you guys are.
Are you sure?
What?
You're on death's door.
I think we should rest. No rush.
If you both insist, then we can spend the night here. I mean, I don't want those things coming back, but I think you guys sure did show them.
Well, I think we should rest too.
Can I get quick perception checks from you guys?
You
We're
may.
gonna do some quick travel.
You may not.
Well, quick.
You may not. We got a 7.
Yikes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man, who's ready for another ambush? Everybody who says yes will add one of these things to the.
Oh my god.
Yes.
This is to you, chat.
Yeah.
No, I'm
oh,
kidding.
it's not for me? Okay.
No, it's not for you. I want to see how badly they want. Oh wow, they really want to kill you. So night goes by. You do hear the gurgling, coming from the water, like behind camp. Wow, jeez, man, ruthless. Cool, good to know. So you guys do hear the gurgling come from camp, but with the amount that you guys killed or managed to drive off, there doesn't seem to be any sort of retaliation. As the morning wakes up, or as you guys wake up in the morning, you hop on board the ship and you head back northward. This would be marking day 3 now.
Yeah.
You spend the day. The weather is relatively nice. You have good. You have some good wind at your back a little bit, and there's not much going on. Thankfully, you guys have some respite from the day's earlier ambush. And the day is kind of yours to do as you wish if you want to do anything while on board. If not, we can go on to day 4.
Are you all right?
I'm just a little shook up, I guess. How about you?
Doing all right. Thank you for giving me that potion.
Well, I could say thank you for killing half of them. But don't think about it. You don't need to mention it, really. I mean, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Welcome.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm just gonna kind of lay on the boat.
All right. Yeah, as you guys spend your day and the next evening, nothing seems to happen. And finally, a little closer to dusk on the final day, you see on the end a small pier underneath or on the opposite side of a bridge. And as you cross under the bridge, you see a small encampment there of traders and merchants, and another boat. And as you hop off, Farah and Nil run into the arms of Farah's husband and her father, and they begin exchanging tales as the crew of the different caravans start coming and getting different trade goods to their carts.
Do you ever miss that?
I love that you have to remove your teeth for a sentimental moment. I love it.
Because it just doesn't work. Because when I start to get really sappy, then my lip pushes up the teeth, and then it's like dentures.
Every day.
Do you ever
Farah,
want to go back?
sorry.
No.
Well, if you change your mind, I can help. I could try.
I don't want to put her in jeopardy.
You're a good dad.
I'm something.
Farah walks up to you. Thank you both. I know those waters were pretty rough, and those murlocs sure can be a handful. But we appreciate what you did. We'd like to give you something small as a token of our gratefulness. And she produces a small sack of coins.
Did you give it to Viago or Thea?
She's kind of holding it in both of your directions.
I'm gonna put my big monster hands underneath her hand, like to go to grab the coin, and I'm gonna wrap her hands around her coin and push it back to her.
All right.
You need it more than we do.
Thank you.
Glad we can keep you safe.
We appreciate it. We'll be safer going downriver with the 4 of us now. It hopefully won't attack two of our ships.
I'm gonna look at the husband.
Keep them close.
And he's a human man, just pretty stocky for his size. He seems to have been on ships and kind of that life for a while. I promise. We're gonna change up who's on which ship this time around, and hopefully things will be better. Thank you. And they kind of help get the different crates and boxes to the ship, or to the different caravans and stuff, like I was saying. At one point, Farrah does walk up to you. I know you guys said you were traveling up to Welton. This is, and she points to this little halfling. This is Tillis Marion. He's the head of the Growers and Buyers Union in Welton. He'd be the guy that you'd want to talk to if you're looking for work or looking for what's going on. And he just a little happy. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm like Farrah said, I'm Tylis. I run the trading around in Welton. You guys are looking for work?
I wouldn't say work. We ran into someone who was having issues getting her stuff sent to her. We kind of wanted to help her out.
We're still pretty east from the city, right? We're on this trade.
Yeah, you guys are probably about a day's ride via caravan there. Are you talking about well, what goods in particular? Because I mean, we sell a lot of stuff south.
She makes these blankets.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing the blanket.
Oh, that's Greta's work. Okay. Yeah, we haven't been. Well, the Shear brothers and their dad haven't really been shipping much out. Well, really, Welton hasn't been doing a whole lot of shipping out in general, but that's a whole problem that we've been having on our own. And I'm personally of the mind that we're not doing anything until the problem's solved, because we're just not making money.
Well, friend, it's your lucky day. That's exactly why we came up here, to relieve you of your problems. And my friend, apparently.
Go ahead and make a whatever persuasion check you want for that. Is it deception, persuasion?
Not persuasion. I'm being forthright, I think. 23. Nice.
Good. That's really good. We need all the help we can get. So it would be nice to... Yeah, you seem big. And have you ever fought wolves before?
You're a very astute friend, aren't you? We're going to get along
Like
just nicely.
Well, we're going to travel through the night. Most of these guys have been sleeping. Have been sleeping most of the day, waiting for both of the ships to get here, so that way we can get everything to Walton in one go. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome.
Thea, what you think?
I think that's gonna help. Yeah.
So, the two
I'm
of
not
you.
really good at combat though, so I'm here for moral support.
That's fine. The trade road is mostly clear, and we have plenty of guards to take care of it. And by plenty,
Right.
I mean none, but it's okay.
I love that. Cool.
And as you guys look toward the shore, as oh my god, I forgot her name. Farrah and Il and her husband and father set up camp for the night. You hop on a cart and start to head eastward or westward toward the village of Welton, traveling through the darkness of night with only the lanterns around you. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Ah.
Awesome.
Thank you guys all for joining. To clarify, the creatures that you guys fought were Murlocs from World of Warcraft. Hence all of the...
That's what I thought they were.
I
Fucking
absolutely
hate them.
love using them instead of Kowtow because, let's be honest, Murlocs are great. The next session will be on June 26th. same time, same place, all of that good stuff. I don't know what you're pointing at.
It says it on the overlay.
Oh, it's on the overlay somewhere, guys.
Right above
Right above me. Yeah, we will be debuting Lindsay's and Eddie's characters, who are going to remain nameless until the time is right. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Look forward to our next adventure. Blah, blah, blah. A bunch of sappy stuff. Super happy 2 characters almost died on a session 1. Yeah, no. It was great, guys. Thank you.
Super, super excited. Thank you, sir, for
Anything
this
else?
experience.
Yeah.
Is it episode 4 yet?
Is it? Yeah, episode 4 will.
When is episode 4?
Episode 4 will be July 10th, I believe.
So yeah, July
Yeah,
10th is the chat's asking. July 10th is the next.
Yep.
Is the episode where all 6 people.
July 10th will be the episode that all of these threads finally converge. Hopefully, I don't know.
Awesome.
Maybe Eric or Eddie and Lindsay. Why I say Eric? Jeez, Eddie and Lindsay will go a different way.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, thank you guys, everyone who was in the chat, all the support, all the yeses for me to fight more things. I appreciate that. Even though I have one foot in the coffin without raging is challenging.
Oh, you guys leveled up to level 2, by the way. Congrats on that. So, congrats for that. If you guys want to roll your hit points live, you can.
Oh,
You don't have to, though. No pressure.
That's dangerous. So
I know.
catch us live on Monday at 5:30 Pacific for the next episode of Origins of Ugador. And check out Realms on Wednesday, where they find out if they can bring that guy back who's on the other end, who died.
Yeah. Am I going to come back as Tormund the Dwarf, or am I going to come back as Skeksis? The world may never know.
Oh, it's almost a 12! It's alright.
Ouch. It's still a 5.
It's fine.
It's not horrible. Yeah. Are we rating anyone?
Oh, yeah, we're doing things. Sorry.
Let's raid some.
We're going to raid Saving Throw Show. So go ahead and spread the Kantor, Fabled 42, Natural Ones love, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Yay.
Bye, guys.